Let's talk about the Stephen King book that is most unfairly maligned. A personal favorite of mine that everyone hates. Everyone says it's bad. Actually, let's talk about two different books that I feel this way about. Two of my favorite Stephen King books. I just realized two of them. Okay, the first one is Cell. That's the one I was originally going to talk about. Cell is considered by some people to be the worst Stephen King book, or at least to be up there. I truly do not understand why. It is one of my personal favorites. I think it is such a banger. The concept behind Cell is very simple. Everyone gets a call on the cell phone all at the same time, picks it up, answers the phone, and everyone who answers the phone immediately turns into a violent zombie. Brain wiped, violent zombie, just complete instant transformation. So most zombie stories have like a slow spreading of the zombie virus or whatever, but in this case, all the zombies happen instantly while everyone is just like out and about in the city, right? So the main character at the beginning of the thing, his phone's dead. He can't pick up the phone. He's walking down the street, having a good day, and all of a sudden everyone starts attacking each other, and it's just boom, instant chaos. I think it is one of Stephen King's most exciting, action-packed openings he's ever done, and that's saying something, because Stephen King is known for good beginnings and bad endings. So the fact that this is one of his best beginnings is a very, very big statement. But I also feel like the book is good front to back. The middle maybe drags slightly, but like if it does, it's just barely. I feel like the three acts are very distinct. Act 1 is the big initial thing where everyone turns into violent, crazy rage zombies. Part 2 is a journey. I guess I'll just go spoiler mode. So if you haven't read the book and you don't want to get spoilered, maybe don't watch anymore. Spoiler warning for Cell. So part 2, the gang, the main character with his crew that he's assembled, is walking down the road trying to find other survivors. Kind of reminiscent of The Stand or some other books Stephen King has done. Definitely very The Stand-esque. And of course, there's a little girl, there's a couple he found on the road, there's like all the different people making up the Stephen King thing. And I thought that, again, I gave the spoiler warning, so I thought that the death of the girl, the young girl that is in the group, was so sad and so well done. You know Stephen King, he's going to kill some characters. No one is necessarily safe, except for usually the main character is usually pretty safe, but no one's that safe. But I still felt like that character death was so well done and so impactful. Like, she dies in like a freak accident because they encounter some assholes in another car, if I remember correctly, and then they like get away from them, but then later they encounter them again and they throw a rock at them and it hits the girl in the head or something like that. It's just like this like circumstantial thing that didn't need to happen. It's like such a pointless death, but in a way that feels very fitting to this apocalyptic scenario. So sad, so cruel, but so well written, you know? And then the ending of the book is really, really good. It comes full circle. The whole concept of, as the book goes on, it starts to explore more of this idea of, like, what did the cell phone actually do to people? Sorry, you can hear people in the background. They're being loud. But it's like, what if what happened on the cell phone isn't just as simple as completely wiping their brains? What if there's some kind of new consciousness emerging, some kind of hive mind, and it's almost like maybe some kind of conspiracy has happened, like did some kind of group execute this attack on humanity? The answers are never fully revealed, but it's really interesting, and I feel like he gives you just the right amount of information to let you think about it and theorize about it, but not enough to give you a firm final answer. And I thought that was really well done. And the way the final scene of the book is him calling a number to try to like reset his son's brain again because his son got hit by the call that turned him into a zombie, but maybe this like rebooting his brain a second time could save him, and then you don't actually get to see if it works or not. It's such a good ending. One of Stephen King's best endings. So why the hell does everyone say Cell sucks? I don't get it. It's an amazing book. Honestly, I would say it's a good first book. It's not that long. It's like 400 pages. It's a good introduction to King. I don't know. I don't know why everyone hates on it so much. And then the other one, which I'll be much more brief about, I think this one I know what happened, but Under the Dome is awesome. It is fun, front to back. It's maybe the ultimate like biggest version of King's thing where he kind of like, it's almost like his first book, Cassie, taken to 11. This like small town that slowly gets pulled into madness, and at the end everything blows up. It kind of feels like, is it Cassie? Whatever his first book was called. It almost feels like a bigger, more epic version of that. But apparently the miniseries for Under the Dome was terrible and completely went away from the plot of the book, and so that explains why everyone hates it. Everyone hates it because the TV miniseries sucked. So if you're one of those people, I'm not going to spoil the whole book. I mean, I implied that everything blows up at the end. Sorry if that's a spoiler, but well worth reading, and I didn't really reveal that much. So if you haven't read Under the Dome, that one is also great. Just don't watch a TV show, because it's not the same thing. It's a different story written based on the same concept, but they wrote a super shitty version of it. So it's not the book's fault. Under the Dome actually got me back into Stephen King after a long break. I hadn't read him in a while, and I found it at a used bookstore, and then now I'm reading the whole Dark Tower series and a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, I think it's a great book. But yeah, I don't know. People, why do they hate on Cell in particular, and to a lesser extent Under the Dome? I don't know. Some of my favorite Stephen King books are the ones that get hated on the most. So guess I got some controversial opinions. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Does anyone agree that Cell is a good book? Because I'm telling you, it is. All right. Bye-bye.